Yo, good people, good evening, good evening. How y'all feeling tonight? We here live. We here. So, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We just gonna get right into it, man. I got another special guest, man, a great resourceful brother. You know what I'm saying? Been doing this thing, man. I was like, when he said he agreed to get on, I'm like, oh yeah, this gonna be a dope one, man. You know, we damn near had a podcast in the back room way before this, but we gonna go ahead and do it up, man. So let me go ahead and bring him in. Yo,
Yo.
what's happening, brother? How you feeling,
Hey,
man?
what's up, brother?
another one.
I
Well,
appreciate you
oh
having
man,
me, man.
appreciate you, man. I was just telling them like we damn near had a podcast without them, man. We had to relax right quick. So, man,
Yes, sir.
introduce
Yeah.
yourself to the people, bro.
My name is Cold Pizza Shaquille. I am CEO and owner of Cold Pizza Design. As you see here, the website is coldpizzaclick.com. I am a fashion designer, barber, and I have my own podcast too, the Cold Pizza Podcast. It's under construction right now, so I'm gonna get back to that soon. And I thank this brother here for bringing me on because this has motivated me to get my podcast back going. And
Right.
but I'm so locked in with everything with Cold Pizza. But we're gonna get to that, y'all.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. So, man, let's go ahead and start, man. Let's get them humble beginnings, man. So, how was your upbringing? Where you grew up at?
My upbringing, I was brought up in Markham,
Okay.
165th in Paulina. Um, my mom, my brother, which is um, for the people that know me or don't know me, or the people that knows my brother. My brother is Huckleberry. Um, Very inspirational to everything that I'm doing today. He's the reason and the why I was able to pick up a pencil and know how to draw and be a barber and do everything. That's my big brother. That's my inspiration. Um, he's the most talented person that I've ever known in my life, and he happened to share the same room with me. So I learned a lot from him. I thank my mother for giving birth to him. He's an amazing person, and I love my little sister too. I got a little sister, and that's my upbringing. I had a very loving mother.
Mm-hmm.
Still to this day, she supports everything that her children do. We're all creators. We're all artists. Um, that's my upbringing there.
Wow, dope. Damn, family full of artists, huh?
Yeah, I guess it's just in our blood. I'm a barber. My sister is she's a beautician. She does braids and natural hair and everything. So
Okay.
um, yeah.
So, were your parents were they artists as well, or?
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know much about my father,
Mm-hmm.
or who he is or what he has in his blood or whatever.
Okay.
But my mom is a principal.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I never seen her pick up a. You would think that she would be like Joseph Jackson or something.
Right.
Uh, because that's how the talent came from the Jacksons. It was in there from their parents.
Right.
But my mother, she never drew anything. She's never. Um, you know what though? She
Mm-hmm.
did do hair. She
Okay.
she 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 used to braid. That was her side hustle.
Okay.
She was a director of a daycare. She went
Okay.
to school, so she could get her associates.
Okay.
And on Saturdays, she would do these little girls' hair,
Okay.
um, from 6 in the morning to 6 at night.
Dang.
That was her side hustle. So
Okay.
my sister probably picked that up from my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I apologize. I got to give my mother more credit. I forgot about her hair braiding skills.
Facts.
So yeah,
That's
she
dope.
yeah. So I guess I can give her that part. But my brother, he lives out in LA. He is a successful engineer, professional engineer, producer. Um, man, he's worked with many artists. I can't even give the list of the names that he's worked with and stuff. But also, he's an artist. In high school, he won art awards, and when we were kids coming up, we would pull out an East Bay magazine, and we would just look at we would look at, and if you know me, that's another big part of my life. Big sneaker collector. So we would just open up the East Bay magazine, and we would just draw our own. We would draw our own models of Adidas shoes, and I'm talking about. I'm like probably like 8 years old, 7, 8 years old, and we're drawing our own models of Adidas, Reebok, Nike, you know, based off of ideas that we are creating from looking at shoes that's released by these brands in the East Bay magazine. So we wanted to actually be shoe designers. Then we start drawing out sculptures and blueprints of football, baseball, and basketball stadiums. So we actually wanted to do that as well. And I mean, we kids. Right. And I mean, the people, like, if you ask people that grew up with us and they would see these pictures, they was like, damn, it really looked like this is a stadium. Right. You know, the way y'all drawing this out. So that's how I started drawing. And he would just, you know, he would look over my drawings and he would say, nah, change this, do this. Same thing that he do now with my cold pizza stuff. Okay. But that's where my my talent was molded from, where with being an artist, that came from my brother. Okay.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. So he's one of those people, he like Chris Brown, like everything that he just want to do, he's good at it and he could do it. Right. He just can't do a backflip. he can't dance and he can't do a backflip.
Hey, maybe he'll perfect that one day, man. That might be on the bucket list.
I don't know, man. He's 38. I think it's right. Past that.
So, man, that's dope. So, man, all right, man. Cold pizza. Let's get into it, bro. All right, give us the history. It's such a unique name. Yeah, I'm like, damn, cold pizza. That's dope. Like, it's so, man. You know, it's everybody from your head. It's like,
yeah, everybody is. It catches everybody's attention by the name. Yeah. And actually, that really wasn't even my intentions. So back in my days of partying, I used to throw these big house parties when I lived at this house in Glenwood. Okay. And I remember one party, not too long before this party, that's when I started telling myself I want to, you know, create a clothing brand. And I just couldn't really come up with a name. Nothing was really clicking. I actually probably wasn't even thinking of a name at that time. But one day, it was such a dope party. And it was liquor bottles on the table, on the counters, and, you know, it was chairs broken. It was just wild that night. And as I'm cleaning up everything, I never had no problem with cleaning up after these parties. That's how fun it was. Right. So I'm cleaning up one day, and I just reach over and I grab a slice of pizza. It was on the counter. And I said, damn, that's what I'm going to call my brand, Cold Pizza. The best thing left when everything else is gone. Right. Everything else from the party was gone. All the liquor, all of the humans. There might have been somebody sleep on the floor on the couch or something. Right. But the best thing left was this cold pizza. And
That's dope.
that's what
Right.
my brand is, the best thing left when everything else is gone.
Oh man, that's okay. I hear you. I hear you. You talking.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what year was this when you came? Well, I mean, you might have had the name, but what year did you manifest the brand to the world?
Honestly, I didn't manifest the brand into the world
Mhm.
until about 2020 after I
Okay.
got the LLC and the trademark done and everything.
Okay. Yeah, you did
You
the
know,
right way.
because
Hmm.
with such a unique name and concept, I
Yeah.
didn't want anybody to try to steal it from me.
Yeah.
But it was so hard holding back and not telling this to the world because it was such a dope idea. But yeah, because that was back in 2017 when I came up with the name. I
Mm.
started, drawing up ideas and creating ideas and stuff in my
Right.
iPad in like 2018.
Okay.
I got this logo here made in 2019 by my homie Ken Low Key.
Oh man.
Um,
Hey, hold on.
yeah,
Kilo the man, bro. Like,
oh, Ken Low is the goat,
yeah, I
bro.
gotta get him on
He's
here, man.
I wish we could get him on here.
Yeah.
Him and my brother Huck, they like this,
Okay. Yeah.
and they've known each other since high school.
Yeah.
Um,
He did my first design for Larry Hott collection.
yeah,
Kilo.
it
Yep.
brings it's bringing a tear to my eye right now just
Yeah.
thinking about how much I owe to him and Huck.
Yeah.
Um, Ken Low Key don't even know, like,
Mm-hmm.
without him and my brother, without both of them,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even been able to create this dream of mine and put it out there. Like,
Yeah.
I gave Ken Low Key some money to create this design, and this is the world, they love this, and
Right.
it's all off of something that Ken Low Key created for me, and it gave me that push and that confidence to just give it to the world and just and I love it. Like,
Yeah.
um
100%, man.
yeah, and
Super dope.
I'm thankful for them, man.
Yeah. Dope. Man, so okay, you say 2017. So you like you say you itching, like you like I gotta get it out here, man. Come on, like so see
I ain't
people
gonna
don't
say I was itching. I was still working at AT&T.
okay.
And I tell people all the time, and I understand my situation is different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my sister was there for me during that time. I have a very supportive mother.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the way that God works sometimes is crazy because this is where my mental health journey started because I started having these things called delayed seizures.
Oh wow. Okay.
And with me having those seizures and having these anxiety attacks,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to be put on a medical leave from AT&T. And T. And with me being put on that medical leave, that's how I was able to go back to the barbershop.
Okay.
And with me being able to go back to the barbershop, you have more time on your hands, more free time. You become your own boss.
Mm-hmm.
You're a private contractor. So I didn't have to be on somebody's clock. So
Mm-hmm.
that now I was able to start focusing more on cold pizza. I was able to start doing the Chop It Up podcast, and I was able to start doing these different ventures that starts to present this time for you to be able to do your own business. And I tell people all the time, if you want to have your own business or you want to be a business owner, you just got to do it.
Yeah. Agree.
You're going to have to put in that extra time. um but it's tough because when I was at AT&T, I worked 11, 10, 11 hours or something, 9 hours, whatever time it was,
Mm-hmm.
at somebody else's company. You just want to come home and just watch TV or play the game, or
Right.
I might have worked out or something.
Yeah.
um but other than that, like, you didn't want to invest your time into your own business, but you got
Yeah.
to invest in yourself first. And that's what my mental health journey taught me with everything. You got to invest in yourself first before
Mm-hmm.
anything or anybody else.
Fact.
Um, so that's how I was able to start getting cold pizza, off the ground, was because God put me in that position where I got put on that medical leave from AT&T, and then I never went back. I just went to the barber shop, and I'm thankful that I'm able to be a barber,
Yeah.
because with me being a barber, that's how I was able to finally, let go and be released from working and make, at this other $1 billion company,
Mm-hmm.
and I can start investing to my own.
Facts.
And a lot of people, they wouldn't have wanted to go through what I went through with those seizures and um, the anxiety and panic attacks and everything, but that helped me because the truth is, the reason why I started going through those things is because I had went through a divorce. I was
Oh wow.
29 years old, going through a divorce with my daughter's mother.
Okay.
I lost my grandfather, and it threw everything off. You can be what people consider normal, and then like that, your mental health can send you in a different direction, and that's what happened to me. But you know, a lot of beautiful things came from that. I started going to therapy. I got into meditation. Started working out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I stopped drinking, stopped smoking, and everything changed for me because God wanted me to go through that. I got my
Mm.
glasses on because I like to cry. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
bro, I tell people all the time, if that's what you got to do to release it, go ahead. You know what
And
I'm saying?
and when I started talking about this journey
Mm-hmm.
and what I've been through,
Yeah.
people don't know the nights where I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't think, and it will bring a tear to my eye because I've really pulled myself up from a really dark place that people don't know, because all people know about is me being the guy that's making people laugh and always happy and smiling. But there's plenty of times where I wasn't happy. There's plenty of times where I wasn't smiling, and I just had to put on a face for everybody. Um, I had my daughter all the time at this moment, so um, it was the self love for myself and the love for her that kept pushing me. Um,
Mm.
but if it wasn't for that happening, um, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't be in this office that I have right now to make these cold piece of clothes and have this brand and everything. So
Come on.
I'm still here.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Transparency, man. That's a testimony out this world. And
Man.
it's a lot. I was just talking to my homie. I was like, man, he was talking similar situation. He's like, man, I'm the strong one out of everybody. And I was like, yeah, people don't understand. They'll jump on your wagon and how you pull. Come on and bring everybody with them while you pulling. And then, like,
Mm,
you so strong, they don't even realize that you breaking down. Because you constantly,
mm.
some people are just strong, they can pull through them times. But everybody breaks down. Everyone, you know.
And that's okay.
Yeah, facts. And so, society as men, they tell us that we can't break down, especially black men. You got to be tough. And then, um, growing up, man, it's a lot of single mothers.
Yeah.
So back when we was growing up, what I'm saying, it wasn't, they couldn't soften up with us, what I'm saying, because they trying to show that when the father not around or stuff like that, they got to show that they got a little masculinity in them themselves. That's why I think all this masculinity coming from in this generation right here from through the women.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's I'm glad that you touched on that,
mhm,
because we live in a generation where the men are always talking about the women are like this, and the women say that the men are like this and they a
mhm,
certain way, and um, I, with me going through these years of being in therapy and really having to tap into myself mentally, and you know, I really had to, when you learn how to love yourself, you really have to dig deep into who you are.
Yeah.
You know, what you went through in your past, what you are currently going through. You really have to know who you are. So with me studying myself so much and focusing on me, I started to examine others around me, and I started to pretty much like become you know, this person that I know how to tap into other people as well. So I kind of want to go back to school for psychology. You know, once I, you know, get everything settled and I accomplish the other goals that I have, because I started to notice that that's why a lot of the men are the way they are. That's why a lot of the women are the way they are, and even our parents and our grandparents. I started to really think of like, okay, this is the reason why they the way they are, because of what they went through with their parents,
Facts.
what their parents went through. You know, our history as Black people, we come from a very damaged, you know, heritage.
100%. I agree.
You know, coming from being slaves, you know, and you know, you got people that come out into the world and now they're free. You know, it was rough, and they passed that hurt and that pain down from generation to generation. Of you got to be tough. You can't, you know, mental health isn't real. We're Black, so we just got to be hardcore. We, you know, that was all passed down from generation to generation. A man don't cry. A man is like this, like that.
Yeah.
When damn, my phone fell, my bad.
No, it's all good. We here.
But you know, when you have people that you know, that's how they were, that's the habitat that they were in, and that's how things was created for them
Yeah.
mentally.
Yeah.
That's how they gonna operate, and that's they, and we have to change the narrative.
Facts.
You know, we have to teach people that mental health is real. You can't just tell somebody to get over it. Because you can't just say, oh, go and pray about it. You have to really do something and put the work into yourself. And it's a lot of people that they're not putting the work into themselves. A lot of people just go out and, you know, and party and, you know, start some new relationship or something. We have to do more than that. You have to really work on yourself.
I feel that, bro. I feel that 100%. And you know, when you have that mindset, it helps you give people grace, because you understand from another standpoint of what they went through. But however, you get a little bit of grace to the extent. Now you got to want to change, because you just can't be going around playing with people. You know,
Nah.
like that's what I don't like about it, because we all have a choice, man. You know, I take myself for example, man. I lost my mom when I was 15 years old, bro.
I'm sorry to hear
And
that, bro.
yeah, my father, you know, I understand his life journey after talking to him. You know what happened with him. Well, he wasn't really in a position to take on that role. So my sister's right 20. I'm 15. My sister's in their 20, probably like 25, with small kids. So basically, it was like, no, I was just getting in while I fit out. My godmother, I had some aunties. You know, it was a collective of people that like chipped in. Some of my homies' parents. Man, I had some good people around me that I like picking from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But ultimately, I feel like I had a probably 80% of raising myself through the streets and through experiences, you know. But this is why I say the Most High is cold, bro, because, you know, we all young, we try to do things, endeavoring things and stuff. Every time I try to go off track and do something crazy, he'll grab me, man, you going over here. You can't do that. That's not your path, you know. You know, in other words, being a follower. You know, that was never my path. So my mother used to always tell me that don't be a follower, be a leader. So you know, I guess, man, that was up, man. Get him. He trying to do it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So,
My mother, she beat that into me, man. She wouldn't let me just
Yep.
be a follower. She would always tell me, we all done heard this. If your friends jump off a cliff, you gonna jump with them.
Facts.
Yeah, So she would always say that to me right
Mhm.
before she beat me.
Right.
And I've that's one of the things that I had grew to love about myself when I got on this journey of self-love.
Yes.
I love the fact that I'm me.
Fact.
I never let anybody influence me.
Mm-hmm.
I've never cared about what somebody had to say about me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can honestly say that I've never
Yeah.
cared about what nobody had to say about me.
Fact.
I got some people out there that and I think the haters. I done heard of some people that say, "Oh, y'all grown and y'all wearing a piece on y'all shirt." Yeah, we some grown people wearing a piece on our shirt, and
Yeah.
the world, they love it. They love it,
Facts.
and you mad because you ain't getting that same love. I pray for peace for that brother,
Mm-hmm.
because you hating on greatness, and you hating on somebody that love themselves, and you got to find that love for yourself. I've
Right.
never cared about what nobody said about me. I've never tried to gang bang.
Mm-hmm.
I've always just been myself.
Fact.
And it's people that the biggest gangsters in the neighborhood have always shown love to me when they see me, because they know that Corey gonna be himself. I'm a always be true to who I am.
Facts.
Um,
Facts. That's dope, bro. And that's man. He just gave y'all blueprint. Just be yourself. You know, all that following, man. That stuff, man. Everybody that I seen follow that follower path, they gone. They either dead, they
yeah,
locked up, they
yeah.
life for gone to shit. It's just saying it ain't right for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's never too late to change. You know, but it's gonna be a harder process when you do all that and then you come back and try to go on another path, you know. So
And
what
I
you
and I, I get it. I get
mm-hmm,
it, man. Everybody didn't, and it's a lot of people that's telling me now, like,
mm-hmm,
a lot of us didn't have the upbringing that you had. And
mm-hmm.
I hear you, I understand,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
sitting here listening to a brother tell me that he lost his mother when he was 15.
mm-hmm,
And a lot of people say to me, well, you had a loving mother that showed you the right stuff. And my mother put me in therapy when I was 16.
oh wow, okay,
And yeah, I get it. A lot of people can't say that their mother put them in therapy at 16.
yeah,
My mother saw the anger that I had in
mm-hmm,
me when I was 16 about my father not being in my life. And
mm-hmm,
I'm still angry to this day.
yeah,
I'm 35 years old. You talking about, and I'll be 36 in April. So
yeah,
she put me in therapy 20 years ago for my father, and I'm still angry to this day.
wow,
And I told my therapist just today, I
mm-hmm,
went to therapy at 12 o'clock today, and I told her, everybody always say, "Oh, Corey, you gotta let that go. You gotta stop harboring that anger because you're letting him have control over you, blah, blah, blah." But I told my therapist today, and this is why I made that post early on Facebook where I said I'm not holding shit back this year,
mm-hmm,
because what I meant by that was I'm not holding shit back. I'm letting everybody know how I feel this year.
yeah,
And that's the reason why I still have this anger in me towards my father, because whenever I try to talk to him, or I try to say to him, this and this happened when I was under your care, or I had a rough moment growing up because you wasn't around for this. When I try to talk to him about this stuff, you know what he told me? I don't want to
mm,
hear that shit.
dang, mm,
So I
yeah,
have pent up anger in me because I haven't been able to release it. And I told
yeah,
my therapist that's why we have young men out here that's taking people's lives.
yeah,
They are robbing, stealing, they're doing all of these wrong things because they angry because of their environment they in, and they don't have no way to express it. They don't have nobody to talk to about it, and that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell my father that, and we here on the podcast, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
open on all podcasts. When I think I was like 7 or 8 years old,
Mm-hmm.
my mother had let us go with my father for the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and we whenever he took us with him, whenever he took us with him, he would always just take us over to his girlfriend's houses or whatever.
Yeah.
And this one time we went with him. The girlfriend's daughter took me into a room and she raped me.
Oh wow.
I was like 7, 8 years old, and people always say, Corey, let this go, let this go, stop letting them have control over you, and y'all don't understand the stuff that I've went through. And I want to tell him that
Mm-hmm.
situations like that occurred while I was supposed to be in your care. You were supposed to protect me. And people wonder why I'm so overprotective of my daughter, because I don't want something like that to happen to her when I'm right in the other room.
Yeah.
He was right in the other room. But you had your head so far up her ass, you couldn't protect your own child. Um, you know,
Yeah.
and it's just instances like that that I want to voice to him and tell him about, but I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
shut out. I'm getting told over a text message that he don't want to hear that. So yeah, I'm gonna still be angry,
Yeah.
but I could have taken that anger and went into gangs, or what
Yeah.
I'm saying, became violent or whatever, but I chose a different path because I'm staying true to myself. So sometimes I feel like that's an excuse when people say, you had a different upbringing and you had a loving mother and all of that. Master P said, you have to be smarter than the environment you came up in. I
Yeah.
love when I
Yes,
when I
sir.
heard him say that. That
Yes,
was like
sir.
the dopest thing that I ever
Mm.
heard, because I applied that to so many people. You know what I'm saying? We all
Mm-hmm.
know where he came from, Calio Projects.
Yeah.
You know, he could have he just could have been a huge drug dealer and then got life. He chose
That's
a
it.
different path. You got to be
Yeah.
smarter than the environment you came up in. You can't blame everything on your parents. You can't blame everything on what you go outside and see.
Yeah.
Are you going to adapt to that, or are you going to take a different path?
Yeah.
I'd have had people put crack in my hand to sell,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I said, no, I'm good. I'd have had people put weed in my hand to sell. No, I'm good. I chose to go a different route. I don't want to sit up in a cell with another man. I love women.
All right.
I love my Xbox. I love my Nintendo Switch. I love
Right.
my freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I can't play Xbox I don't know. Maybe these dudes is playing Xbox in the joint, but
Right.
I that's not what I want to do. I don't want to be next to another man. I like a nice, soft, beautiful woman. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, so
Right.
I don't want my freedom taken away from me. So I just chose to go a different route because I
Yeah.
don't want to be sitting up with men all day.
Right.
That's not cool.
Nah, man. And let me ask you this, since you just said that. So with Cold Pizza, what's the demographic of your supporters between men and women? What's the percentage?
Um, I feel like I'm giving a secret away now.
I,
Um,
I already tell them. So
so the main supporters is going to be women,
facts. I tell them all the time, bro. I tell them.
and this is why whenever I put something out, I
Mm-hmm.
make sure I put something out for men, women, and kids, and I got baby stuff, because when the women go in there and get themselves something, they might see something for their baby, they might see something for their son, their daughter,
Mm-hmm.
their guy.
Mm-hmm.
The women, um, Jada Kiss said, um, I can't remember the exact words of the bar, but Jada Kiss said, when I put something out, I put it out for the ladies because the thugs are dub it.
Mm.
So basically, what he was saying is the ladies gonna buy my record,
Yep.
And I mean, of course, this was back on, an album from 2001. And
Yeah.
he said
CD.
that the thugs, they gonna dub it on the tape.
Yeah. They're gonna do
You
it
know
on
what I'm
pitch.
saying? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We come from
Right.
that era.
Right.
And I take that, and I have the mindset of the women, they gonna purchase it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The dudes, they gonna go in there and maybe just get themselves something. They not gonna look for the whole family
Mm-hmm.
to buy something for. That's what women gonna do.
1,000%.
Yeah,
1,000.
so
Yeah.
that's who really supports me.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is, um, the support that I really get the most though is from um, women that don't even know me on Facebook and stuff. A few, and guys too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not trying to come on here and say that family and friends haven't supported me,
Mm-hmm.
um, because Moody has supported me, his
100%.
and his family.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really solid guy right there, man.
Well,
That's
yeah,
that's
man. He won the. I tell him all the time, boy, you a unicorn. He
he
one
he
of
he
them, man.
really is, man.
Yeah.
That's a great individual, a real blessing to my life. Another one of
Mm-hmm.
those. But my other best friend, him and Darren, um, and one of my close homies, Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but my best friend Darren, I met him the first day that I walked into Thornwood.
Okay.
Light skinned, pretty boy dude
Mm-hmm.
with some long hair, and at that time we was all trying to have the braids like Bow Wow and stuff. So
Right.
he I met him. That was the first person that I became friends with my first day of freshman year, and we still friends. 21 years. No, we going into year 22,
Oh man.
and he anytime he called me and he say, "Man, what you got going on with Cold Pizza?"
Mm.
And I say to him, "Well, I'm doing such and such. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to make this." And
Mm-hmm.
he always say to me, "Man, how much you need? What you need?"
That's
Every
dope.
time.
Man.
Yeah.
Dope. That's
Um,
dope.
man, and he's like a silent investor for me with Cold Pizza. And just to have people like that supporting me. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna say that friends and family haven't supported me. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
say that,
Mm-hmm.
but there is people that I've had to remove from my life that was friends for 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
that would rather buy a bottle of liquor
Mm-hmm.
instead of buying a $30 t-shirt. It's the same amount as that bottle you buying, fam.
That's a
You know
fact.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's a fact, bro.
um you
Mm-hmm.
got those people like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, all of my friends and family, they done bought something from
Been
Cold
about
Pizza.
some.
It only take one shirt. It only
Yep.
take one hoodie. It only take one hat for you to wear it and show it. One fanny pack, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is I sell
Mm-hmm.
that got Cold Pizza on it, and just take one person to see it, and that's it.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
You don't know where you may be at.
Mm-hmm.
I was I was in the airport in Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
back in 2016 one time,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked over and I saw somebody that looked like Fiend. And
Mm-hmm.
on that other side, it was also, they were on their way to New Orleans. So I said, damn, they going to New Orleans. This looks like Fiend,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I don't want to play myself, man. This dude ain't finna be on this regular flight. I go over there and I say, forget it, man. I
Yeah.
said, man, are you Fiend? And dude, he gave me a CD.
Mm-hmm.
He had his email on it, his contact number. I had told him about my brother. At that time, I was just getting back. I had just got back on Instagram and Facebook that weekend.
Okay.
It's a long story about that weekend too. That's where that weekend was actually the weekend that I looked in the mirror, because
Mm-hmm.
I had just dropped a whole bunch of weight.
Mm.
My ex-wife told me that she ain't want me no more. I ain't look good. and I started working out. And that
Yeah.
weekend, I looked in the mirror and I said, "Damn, this dude look good, man." And that was the day I fell in love with myself that weekend. But that's another story.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't taking pictures and stuff. I would have got a picture with him, but I
Yeah.
had just got back on social media that weekend, so I
Right.
wasn't. And I'm not trying to say that you can't take a picture just for yourself. It got to be
Yeah.
for social media, but
Yeah. Right.
sometimes we
Sometimes
have
you
that
want.
mentality of I'm gonna post it on social media, so let me take a picture. So I wasn't doing it. I wish I would have.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just to speak on that. I'm bringing that up to just say, um, you just never know um, who you might run into. You never know who you might come across.
That's a fact.
You could be in that airport and see Master P or something and
Mm-hmm.
have on Cold Pizza or Rick Ross or
Yeah.
something, and they say, "Man, what's that? Who where that's from?" And
Right.
boom, now you
Yeah.
done put your cousin
Right.
or your friend on or something. So it
Yeah.
only take one shirt.
One shirt. That's it. That's it, bro. You're right.
That's it.
Dang, that's crazy, man. I got two. One day, my homie was at this party, and he had on like a hoodie, right? But Common was there, like they was in there, like man.
Mm.
So he was like, man, bro. He's like, I'm looking around. He's like, man, I got the Purpose Prosper shirt on under my hoodie. He's like, man, bump this, man. I'm taking my hoodie off, man. Hey, Common, you think you can get a picture? He's like, man, this my bro. This is line. He's like, oh man, that's dope. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So he got the picture with Common next to him with the shirt on. I'm like that. See, like you said, that's all it takes. You never know where you're gonna be at, what situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, man. Then I had a cousin come by. Shout out to my cousin Kanya. She was like, "Cuz like you said, it only take one shirt." But she's like, "I supported you already," but she like, "I realized it take more."
Yes.
Yep. And she told me she came and bought a kit. You know what I'm saying? She like, "I realized that, cuz she was like, I'm sorry."
Now I will say,
Yep.
yes, I
Yep.
did say it only take one shirt, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it take more.
Yep. She told me
And
that. I realized that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um, but one thing that being a barber has taught me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to beg nobody for nothing though.
Facts. Facts.
That's one thing that being a barber taught me.
Right.
When I stopped, my clientele started to grow with me being a barber. When I stopped focusing on, man, why ain't nobody coming to me to get a haircut?
Yeah.
Oh man, this person is supposed to be my homie and he going over here to this barber and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, majority of my clientele as a barber is people that I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
About a
Right.
good 70% of it is people that I didn't even know.
Right.
I didn't went over to my and that's another person that I want to shout out to my homie DT. Um, I went over to his shop in Richmond Park, and now I'm back over here at my uncle's shop because I got this opportunity of having a showcase of my cold piece of clothes, and I got my own office here and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
my barber chair on the on the floor.
Right.
So
Right.
my whole point of bringing this up is clients then went over from Richmond Park to me to back over here in the Heights.
Mm-hmm.
And these are people that don't even know me and stuff.
Dope.
You have to focus on the people that are supporting you. And when you put your stuff out there, and it's people that has reached out to me and said, "Oh man, Corey, I really want to thank you for inspiring me to launch my clothes or whatever they doing because
Mm-hmm.
you just show how much you believe in yourself." Everything starts with you. If you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to expect for anybody else to do it?
Facts. That's a fact, bro.
You if 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 I don't believe in these designs I'm creating to put it out there to the world, how's anybody else gonna think it's dope?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you gotta just believe in yourself and stop focusing on the people that's not supporting you and stuff, and just be thankful for the ones that are, and
Yeah.
then and everything grows from there.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, you got that mindset, bro. That's it.
And
And
I'm not
man,
saying this happened overnight. I
no,
had to,
no.
I had to become this person. by falling on my face or not getting that support, and
Mm-hmm.
um, that's how I became this way. Like, um, I had a situation where it was somebody that I know.
Mm-hmm.
He was bouncing back and forth between me and this other barber that I used to be cool with,
Okay.
and he got caught up in a situation where he was saying something to me about this dude that was cutting his hair. Then he was going back to the other barber talking about me. He ended up getting caught up in a situation where now we both to put him on Front Street. And with that situation happening, that's when I was like, damn, do I even really want people that I know sitting in my chair? You know what I'm saying? You
Mm.
gotta stop focusing so much on the people you know, because that may not even be the clientele or the customers that you even need. You know, you may need somebody else so things can run smoothly,
Mm-hmm.
instead of it being the drama that the people that you know can cause.
Mm-mm. That's a bar. That's it.
Yeah. And what's crazy is I literally just thought about this at this
Right.
moment.
Right.
I never really processed that and, put that together
Right.
until this moment right now. That was another reason of why I started to, accept um, clients that don't know me and stuff, because he showed me, you know, if they don't know me, I don't even have to deal with that type of drama.
100%.
I take everything I go through, I take it as a lesson, man.
Yeah.
Nothing is a L. You got to take everything as a lesson and learn something from it.
Facts. Let me ask you this, bro. I know besides Ken Lo and your brother, they say that was like your two main inspirations with your clothing brand. So is there anybody that's been in fashion for a while that you look up to that inspires you?
Man,
Uh-huh.
I got some big lists, man. I gotta make sure these things right. Man, I really look up to Don C,
Don C, dope. That's a fact.
Fubu.
Okay.
Um, I feel
Damon,
bad because I always forget the owner's name of Fubu, the
Damon,
main
Damon
guy.
John.
There we go.
Yeah.
I checked out his book,
Mm-hmm.
and that really helped push me in a new direction.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about when Fubu was launching and like LL Cool J was wearing it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was still working at Red Lobster.
Mm-hmm. I checked the story out too. Yep.
Yeah, and that was so dope to me, because
Yep.
he let you know that you just gotta keep pushing, and you can
Mhm.
still do it, and you just gotta keep believing in yourself. But I wish that sometimes he would just be quiet, but um, Kanye, man,
The goat, man. Listen,
man,
bro.
that guy, his the way the way that he can put his vision out to the world, and
Hey,
his artistry is incredible.
yeah,
Um, sometimes you just gotta,
yeah,
I don't want to say be silenced,
yeah.
but you don't want to. I don't like how he's being shut down now, and he
Yeah.
can't, put out his work to the world. But that's another story. I don't even
Mhm.
try to dive into that subject.
Yeah.
But
Man, he
those
one
are
of my man. I study Kanye, bro. Like when it comes to this
yeah,
fashion, I study this guy.
yeah. When it
Like,
comes to this fashion,
yeah, yeah. When it comes to this
I see.
fashion, not the other stuff, because the man, like you say, his brilliance behind it is it's crazy. Like I don't think I ever seen nobody do it to that level of what he doing. Like you say, his creativity, the way he bringing it to life. But yeah, I study him, man, a
And
lot.
I have to study people like him,
Mm-hmm.
because when I introduce myself, a lot of people, they just know cold pizza. Cold pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually cold pizza design.
Oh wow.
And the
Okay.
word design means that everything that is put out from cold pizza has a brand new design on it every time. If you
Got
go on coldpizzaclick.com right now
it. Mm-hmm.
and you scroll down this website, every piece is something new, something different. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
same thing every time.
Right.
Um, So I have to study people like Kanye, Don C,
Mm-hmm.
because they're creative, and I have to keep my mind going. When I get on that iPad
Yeah.
and I start drawing out these designs, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
freestyling.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to keep my brain moving, and it has to keep generating these
Mm-hmm.
new ideas and stuff, because um, you creating a new design and a new concept every time that I open up that iPad.
100%.
This my best friend, man. I feel like the coach
Right.
on Waterboy when they was
Right.
trying to take his notebook.
Yeah.
This right here,
Right. That's it.
and this is the heart that's pumping.
Facts.
This Apple Pencil.
Okay.
This my best friend right here, man.
That's the cold piece of Bible you got right there. Huh?
This is the cold piece of Bible right here. When you see this clap right here,
Right.
this is it right here.
Dope, bro. Dope.
Everything in there. I can't
Right.
live without that thing, man.
Right. Man, let me ask you, did I see you? I don't know. Did you cut Ramfest hair, or you was talking to him?
This guy that used to work at the barber shop that I worked
Mm-hmm.
at my homie DT's shop, Faded. He cuts his hair,
Okay.
but man, Fest is that's another really solid, genuine guy. Um, he when I launched Cold Pizza,
Mm-hmm.
I came to him and I showed him the website when he was getting his haircut in the shop one day, and
Okay.
he said, "Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna get something from you, bro." And you know, of course, being a busy guy or whatever, he didn't cop nothing.
Yeah.
But one day I said, "Man, what's up, Fest? Like you told me you was gonna cop something, man. What's good?" And you know, he did my podcast when I had Chop It Up.
Okay.
So he's a guy that, you know, this guy's he's a millionaire, man. You know,
Yeah.
he got other things to do, other business to handle, and he did that podcast for me for free.
Come on.
Didn't charge me or nothing. And you got people out here
Mm-hmm.
that's trying to come up off of you,
Yeah.
and not doing stuff off the strength of the love like this brother. So I came to him again, and I'm like, "Man, Fest, what's up, man? You said you was gonna cop something on the website. What's up, brother?"
Mm-hmm.
He said, he said, "Corey, I'm the type of person that I got to do it right then and there. That's not gonna get done." So
Oh,
he pulled his phone out. He went right on the
man, got a little
website.
connection, little technical difficulties. You back?
I'm
Oh,
back.
it went out for a minute.
Oh man, my bad.
Okay. You said you was at one Ramfest. He said you the type of person that do what?
He said, "I'm the type of person that I got to do something right then and there."
Okay.
So he went ahead and he pulled his phone out. He went on the website and he had bought a jacket that I had on there at that in that season. And
Mm.
that was just me and him taking a picture. He came in to get his haircut after he got the jacket, and he wanted to take a picture with me in his jacket.
Okay.
That was the first thing he did. He walked in with it and he showed me he had it. And I knew it was delivered because, you know, I get the notifications that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when stuff is delivered and everything. At that time, I wasn't making the clothes
Right.
and shipping it out myself and everything. I was getting it made at this warehouse and they were shipping it to the people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what that was. But
Okay.
that's a really solid dude. He gave me this book. I used to keep it in my bag, but I took it out of my bag. He gave me this book not too long ago, where um, it has daily meditation sessions that you could do through reading, and it
Mm.
gives you like inserts of meditation. Um, what's the word I'm going for here? When you read those inserts, it can
Mm-hmm.
give you a dialogue of what to focus on during your meditation session that you
Okay.
have within yourself. And
Okay.
it was a really dope book. And he just, you know, he was telling me about it, and he had it with him in his car, and he just went and just gave it to me. And that was a really dope gesture.
No,
He's a good guy.
that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, Man. So let's go into we're gonna come back to the barber. I want to tap into the mental health part, man, because you advocate for mental health a lot. I
Yeah.
see, and you just told the story when did you say that online or offline? Oh no, we was going so long, I can't remember. So let's just go again. So when did you start your journey into therapy and stuff like that?
So my first therapy session, like I had stated,
Mm,
before, was when I was 16.
six. Okay.
I went a few times and then I had stopped. When you a kid and I was, I had got a job and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, like everything stopped when I got that job because now I'm thinking I'm fresh and I had to get all of the shoes and the clothes and I wanted to work this job and
Right.
when you're a kid, of course, you're not thinking about your mental health.
Right.
But when I went on that medical leave from AT&T
Mm-hmm.
in 2017, at the end of 2017, they told me in order for me to fully come back,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to start going to a therapist.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
and I started going to therapy every week in March of 2018. And now we are in 2023. So it's going on 5 years of me going to therapy consistently every week. Um,
That's,
the only time it stopped was during the pandemic.
mm-hmm.
Um, that was the only time that it had stopped. And even then, I was doing like Zoom calls.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't as often. Um, but yeah, pretty much I've been in therapy consistently 5 years straight every week, and I'm not gonna stop.
What has it done
Um,
for you? What has it done for your life?
man, I don't even know where to start. Like,
Okay.
um,
I want to talk. I
man,
want you to speak to the brothers about this because a lot of us shun therapy, and like I say, that's on my list this year. I shunned it for years, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I
mm,
thought one nothing. When somebody say something wrong with you, you look like whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
internally, you know something wrong with you. And you just like, well, I can hide it. I can do other stuff to just like I got a vice, like you
yeah,
say, a liquor, weed, whatever. That's your vice to
hmm
cope with whatever. So, man, but what we doing now? This is therapy right here.
yeah. This is therapy right here.
A
But
form of it.
what I love the most about going to my therapist, and this is what I tell people all the time,
Mm-hmm.
um, just like what I was telling you earlier from my therapy session today.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am listening to this audio book about how to deal with it's titled "How Do You Deal with." The book is titled "How to Deal with Toxic People,"
Okay.
and here I am listening to this chapter, and they're speaking on gaslighting.
Mm-hmm.
And my therapist at my session, she highlighted the word gaslighting,
Mm.
speaking on someone that I was, you know, referring to in my therapy session. She said, "This person is gaslighting you." And
Oh.
this is the same thing that they're speaking on in the audiobook that I'm listening to. So, with that being said, you can learn something from your therapist that you can't get from me. This is a professional. This is someone that term of gaslighting,
Mm-hmm.
she picked that up from her studies and her from that being her profession. You
Yeah.
can't get that from someone like me every day.
Mm-hmm.
And people may look at what we're doing as a therapy session and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
the truth is I can't be nobody's therapist.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I got my own problems. I have my own emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, I don't care if I just met you. If I want to cry, I'm a cry. And therapy has opened me up to that. So with that being said, I can't be anybody's therapist because I'm going through my own stuff. Having your own therapist
Mm-hmm.
it's opened me up to who I am. finding out how to love myself, putting down the bottle of liquor, stop smoking weed, all of the things, I used to have this addiction to women. I used to think that women would be able to suffice instead of, focusing on my mental health. I thought that things like that would be able to take my mind away from the pain. But in that process of me being addicted to these women, I was just smashing and passing, and I was hurting people because I was hurt.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah.
I started to hate myself more because now I'm being somebody that I'm not. I was being a womanizer. That's not how I was raised. That's not who I was taught to be. My aunts and my mom, they raised me to respect women and to love women and take care of women. And so instead of me trying to be a person to, deal with my issues and what I'm going through, you would rather take it out on these women that, were innocent victims pretty much. Like, therapy has taught me how to be a better father, and a better person overall to anyone that comes in my vicinity. It's taught me to have a better energy, better aura. I was at the mall last night, and I was walking into the mall, and this person in his car behind me honked for me to get out the way. The old me, I would have kicked the shit out of their car. But now this calm person that thinks and doesn't react first, I just looked at him and I just kept on walking. So therapy has just changed my life in many different ways. It has you to really examine yourself and focus on. There's so many people that they go through life, like I said, hurting others, being mean to others. You don't really see who you are because, and that's another reason why there's people out here that don't want to go to therapy, because that mirror is going to be put on in front of them.
You don't want to face yourself, huh?
You don't want to face yourself.
Yeah. Man.
I know some people personally.
Yeah.
That's
the hardest thing to do, bro. I think I put up a post recently about that a month or so.
And
the hardest person to face is yourself.
And that's why I love myself so much, because I had to face myself. I had to be honest with myself and say, you're hurting people because you're hurt. It's not cool to have these hoes, like J. Cole said, until you realize that you the hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to. There's so many people out here that they call themselves, I'm a macho man, I'm an alpha male, I'm a big man. You're not a man. Just because you wake up and hold your penis and go take a piss in the morning, that don't make you a man. A real man is able to get in that mirror and say, let me fix this about myself. I'm not treating my wife right. I'm not really being to my full capability of a father that I can be. That's a man that respects himself and respect others. That's a real man to me. And that's how I had to, I had to face that reality with myself. And that's one of the many things that therapy has done for me.
Man, that's dope, bro. That's dope. Man, see, people don't think in our community, they think that you like they think you like schizo when they say, oh, you got to go to therapy, you need to shrink this and that. It's not about that, man. We all have internal answers. For example, my buddy that's a therapist, right? I was telling her, like, listen, I'm addicted to my phone. Like, not saying I'm on there all the time. It got to be right there on site just in case I get a call,
I'm the
kids,
same way.
everything. Right. She's like, no, you're not. Give me your phone. Put it down. I'm gonna turn it. It was an exercise. I'm like, dang. I'm like, give you my phone. Oh no. But she's like, all right, I'm gonna put his face down and sit here, and we gonna continue on doing whatever we doing. Everybody chilling, this and that. An hour look up. You did good. Here go your phone back. You wasn't even thinking about it. It was just a quick exercise. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But it's like stuff like that. So now I practice that myself now. All right, man, when it's time to lock in, let me put this down, turn the face down, go do what I'm doing, and I come back to it. So I'm like, man, that's that. I'm like, you know what, man? Yeah, I got to really tap in with therapy this year. 1,000%. Yeah.
It's
1,000.
Man, you're gonna see the change in your life. Instantly. The way you have somebody to talk to. One of the things that really opened me up to therapy the most was I had a situation where I was talking to a friend at the time about a situation, and next thing you know, I look up and we having a shouting match with each other. And it's because she felt one way about the situation that we were speaking on, and I felt a different way about it. And I always, refer back to that situation when I compare speaking to a friend, a family member, in comparison to your therapist. My therapist, she listens, she gives feedback, but it's positive, constructive feedback. When you speak to a family member or a friend, that person is speaking out of compassion and from their heart of how they feel about you.
Gotcha.
Your therapist doesn't know you. This is a neutral party that she knows you after a while. I've been going to my therapist now for 2 years.
Okay.
It's approaching 2 years, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, she knows me now, but she's still a neutral party. She's not the only person that I've ever come across that can just sit there and listen to me and not give feedback based off of a personal feeling towards me is my mother.
Okay.
So that's why a therapist is so vital and a great contribution to your life, because you have someone that I and what's crazy is we haven't even spoke on this. I have an in-house therapist that I go sit down with on Wednesdays at 12.
Okay.
And then I have another therapist that calls me on the phone at 12 on Mondays. I got 2 therapists.
Oh, you got 2. Oh,
Oh
wow.
yeah, I'm cold with it.
Right.
I got
that's better than Kevin Gates having the 2 phones, huh? Hey, so you got 2.
Yeah.
So man, do they bring different outlooks to you? Like,
Yep.
okay, dope. Wow.
One is my Allison.
Okay.
I love Allison, man. She's a young white girl. Gotta be no more than like 22, 23.
Okay.
I got Allison, the young white girl, and then I have an older black lady named Kathy. And you're talking about an older black lady and then a young white girl. They both have 2 different perspectives on life.
Yeah.
So they both bring out different entities from me and insights from me, based off of who they are. And that helps expand my mind and my way of life, and how I think and how I process things.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is
Yeah,
yeah.
I can see that. Wow, man, because you know what's that's so dope. It's people that don't even get they don't even get no advice outside their environment, their internal environment. I'm talking about the cousin, the friend, the everybody, the mother, the father. Sometimes even your mother and father. You can't really they outlook is like they coming from you are still their child. I don't care if you grown or whatever,
Yeah,
you know. That's how they looking at it. So, man, that's dope too. Yeah, you got me thinking, man. Yeah,
man. But
yeah.
and this was all based off of now my therapist Allison.
Mm-hmm.
That that situation was able to be put into place by my mother and
Okay.
the connections that she has.
Mm-hmm.
But that second therapist that I have over the phone, that was just me going to my doctor
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, having checkups on my doctor and telling her about my anxiety. And she referred me to this therapist's office.
Right.
And, you know, so pretty much, you know, what I'm saying is this is based off of me and just me caring enough about my mental health to say, hey, let me pick up the phone. And I know I already have a therapist, but
Mm-hmm.
let me still call this office that was referred to me by my primary doctor and getting a second therapist as well. I'm not crazy. And that's, and see, and I'm not saying that I
Mm-hmm.
don't have emotional breakdowns
Mm-hmm.
or a mental breakdown. And it's a lot of people that they do,
Yeah.
but they overshadow it with,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with different things so that, and they also don't expose when they have these breakdowns to the world. Just because you have those breakdowns and those meltdowns, that don't mean you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you say, oh, let me get a therapist, that doesn't mean you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That I actually look at those people as the people that are really strong and the people that I respect the most, because you actually care enough about yourself and love yourself enough to get the proper help.
Okay. Dope. Dope.
The people that's going through life
Mm-hmm.
steady hurting people and, you know, not loving themselves, abusing themselves with drugs and alcohol and stuff, those are the people that we need to start looking at and saying, you know, I don't want to use certain words,
Mm-hmm.
but those are the people that, you know, you should start distancing yourself from, um, because that hurt that they putting onto themselves, they're gonna do it to you too.
Mm.
The people that are actually taking the time to work on themselves,
Mm-hmm.
love themselves enough to say, I need to, because I got to a point where I would go lay down at night
Mm-hmm.
and I just had so much stuff on my mind. I just heard voices in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no voices saying harm yourself or harm
Yeah.
anyone. It
Yeah.
was just so much mentally I was going through. I couldn't even lay down and go to sleep at night. And I had to start asking myself, is this what you want for your life? Or do you want to find a better way? Um,
Okay. That's dope, bro.
and when that happened,
Mm-hmm. Hold on. The sound went out.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. You good.
Okay, cool. My bad,
All
my
right.
bad. Yeah, my left AirPod died, so I had to go and put this one in.
All right.
But when I got to that place where I said, you're either going to crumble or you are going to get your ass up and do something.
Facts.
That's it. That's all. Um, I love myself too much to just watch everything, you know, just end, or I end up in some type of, you know, I could have ended up homeless
Mm.
because these, these people that own your house, they don't care nothing about if you having a mental breakdown or about your mental health. They need that rent paid. They need them bills paid.
1000%.
So I had to tell myself, was I going to get up and work on myself, or just let everything just die?
Yeah. That's deep, man. That's deep.
Yeah.
Deep. Man, I'm glad you, man, you chose that path, man. And like you said, man, I know you got people telling you, inspiring them, because there's a lot of people, man, going through it out here. Like right now, especially in these times, it's super rough.
It's people that has called me or text me or messaged me and said, I want to thank you for what you shared or what you posted, because I had a handful of pills and I was going to end everything. But I saw what you posted, or when I text you, you reached back out to me and spoke to me. Like I said, I can't be anybody's therapist.
Yeah.
But when these people reach out to me and stuff, I want them to take that step. I'm going to help lead you in the direction of how to find you a therapist. Because I had to do all of this stuff on my own.
Yeah.
Nobody found a therapist for me. And it's people that reach out to me and say, hey, where's your therapist office at and stuff? And my therapist office is a one of a kind. It's like a secret society. Nobody could get in there. I'm the last person. Dang. So but I didn't have anybody to show me where to go. AT&T said, here's a network of people that you can call that your health insurance covers, and find you a therapist.
That's dope.
That's all I had.
Okay.
And I tell people all the time, reach out to the human resource department through your health insurance, and they'll give you a network of therapists that your health insurance covers.
Facts.
That's how you do it. And I even got to a point, because AT&T, they're such a great company, they cut me off because they felt that my time had come to an end of being on this medical leave, because they didn't care. Like I said, they didn't care about mental health. It's time for you to get back to work.
Wow.
I started paying for the therapist out of pocket.
Facts.
Now, it was like,
go ahead. I was just going to ask you, because people probably, when they think of therapists, they think, oh, it's expensive, they're going to do this. So
it's not expensive.
Yeah, like a ballpark figure in between. Is it a monthly or it's a weekly charge?
So I was going weekly just because, like I said, I was at a place where my mental health was my main priority. And it was one lady that I was going to. It was $60 a session.
Okay.
But if you can't afford $60 a week, you can go every 2 weeks. Just make sure that you're going. Just make sure that you are investing into yourself at some point. I've had people saying things to me on social media like, oh, well, you were able to stop drinking and stop smoking, and everybody can't do that. And you have to give people time and let them do it when they want to. And, excuse my language, but that's bullshit, because if you don't start somewhere, you'll never start. And our people, we have to stop making excuses and start getting things done. Take the step and start the process. If you never start, you'll never do it. Yes, everybody can't be like me. I get it. I am a person that I'll go cold turkey on something. If I say I'm gonna leave this woman alone, you done. If I say I'm gonna cut off a bad friendship, you done. When I stopped smoking blacks and I stopped smoking weed and I stopped drinking, it was gone the next day.
Wow.
Because I have a certain type of discipline where when I say that something has to stop, I put my foot down and I say, if you really want it,
Yeah.
you gotta make it happen.
Right.
It's like how I did with Cold Pizza. If I really wanted this, you
Mhm.
gotta put it out there and make it happen. You gotta believe in yourself. You have to love yourself enough to want better for you. And I get it that everybody don't have that same self-love. They don't have that same discipline. But if you don't start somewhere, it never happen.
You got to.
If you
It's
don't go to therapy at least twice a month, it's never gonna happen. It
man.
don't have to be every week like me. You don't have to have 2 therapists like me, but get one.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you go to 1 session a month, at
Mm-hmm.
least you going.
Man, that's deep. Man, I'm glad you put that out there, man. Because it's a lot of people I know, man, personally that's going through that need that. I mean, and I tell people, they got, people going through relationship, marital, all that stuff. But I think everybody should go for themselves to find themselves internally first.
I'm so glad that you brought that up, bro,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was going through the last part of my marriage with my daughter's mother,
Okay.
and she pretty much dumped all of that stuff on me and said, I don't want you no more. I'm not attracted to you no more, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I started trying to do everything possible to save my marriage. And I was trying to do everything to please her. I went to therapy, um, and she had me thinking that it was something wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I went to therapy just so that I could try to be a better person for her to please her. But then when the truth came out that she was cheating on me,
Mm-hmm.
now it doesn't matter about whatever you did, it doesn't matter because you got your head in the clouds about this other guy, and that's really what the issue is.
Facts.
So I
Yep.
started looking up and I said, damn, I started enjoying therapy just off of it being for me.
Yeah.
So now it turned into, because I went to a couple of sessions with her, but then when she got in, all into this guy, it turned into, oh, I don't want to go to no therapy, woo woo. And when I started going solo,
Mm-hmm.
individually,
Mm-hmm.
and I started seeing the difference that it was making for me, and I forgot to bring that up. This is 2016. I went
Mm-hmm.
to therapy in 2016 too.
Oh, wow.
But man, I stopped going to therapy because I started working out like crazy.
Yeah.
Because she said that she wanted me to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when I lost the weight, and she still told me, man, I still don't want you. That was something else that made me just start loving myself and focusing on myself. And
Yeah.
that's when I said, damn, I'm in better health. I'm sleeping better. That's when it just started being about me. I didn't want to work out for this person anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
did it for me.
Yeah.
So my whole point of speaking on this is go to therapy for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since that day, every time I go to therapy, it's for me. It's to make myself better and to have a mental gain internally within myself. It's not for anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is for you. If
Yeah.
you don't put yourself first, if you don't, and I tell people all the time, if you don't give to yourself, how are you able to give to these other people? How are you able to say, I'm going to, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm not taking care of myself. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're not giving love to yourself, how are you giving it to the rest of the world?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That don't make any sense to me at all.
That's a fact, bro.
We
Wow.
really got to sit here and think about it. It's
Yeah.
like you giving a slice of bread to everybody, and then you get to yourself and you don't have anything to eat.
Right.
How does that make sense?
No, I really don't.
How are you able to put food on that table and provide that slice of bread, and you in the hospital laid up somewhere because you're not taking care of yourself?
Yep.
That don't make sense.
Facts. Man, it's super dope. So let me get man, we got a couple of minutes left. So let's talk about your barber journey right quick. I know you said you was an artist, right?
Yeah,
Young, the whole family. So
yeah.
where did that start at?
And I'm glad that you brought that up lastly,
Hmm.
because that actually ties into the whole cold pizza journey. I never cut anybody's hair in my life. I went to barber school in August of 2011. I actually walked out of my job in
Hmm.
July of 2011. Um, I just walked out. I quit, and I told my mother that I wanted to go to barber school. And I tell my stepfather all the time. It's like what Jay-Z said about his uncle when his uncle told him that, oh, you ain't gonna be no famous rapper. I came to my mother
Hmm.
in her bedroom, and her and my stepfather was sitting there, and
Hmm.
I told her I quit my job and I want to go to barber school. My
Hmm.
stepfather said, why you want to be a barber? It's a million other barbers out here. You're not gonna make no money doing that.
All right.
I picked up them clippers and I taught myself how to cut hair. I'm not saying I'm the greatest barber in the world, but I'm damn good at it. And this is all off the strength of my brother teaching me how to draw when I was a kid. And I just put that same, craftsmanship into being a barber. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the hand gestures of the pen, and the shading.
Hmm.
Um, and it's crazy because my brother always tell me I could never do that.
Wow.
And this is the person that I view as can do anything. He always tell me I could never do what you're doing. And
Dang.
I love my brother for just being proud of me.
Right.
Um, it's only three people in this world that the other one, he's passed away. My grandfather,
Hmm.
my daughter, my mother, and my brother. Them being proud of me, man. That just it bring a tear to my eye right now. Like,
Hmm.
um, but due to my brother teaching me how to draw, I was able to pick up those clippers and teach myself everything that I know right now. Um, and that's why that's the thing that keeps a little slight passion for me with with being a barber,
Hmm.
is me always reminding myself that I taught myself this. Nobody else. I went to barber school and I learned the basics and stuff like that, but I taught myself how to blend. I taught myself how to line somebody up. Can't no school teach you that.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody say. They could teach you the books,
Yeah.
but can't nobody teach you how to, maneuver them clippers and stuff like that. That's something that has to be in you. And um I'm not a millionaire, or, I'm not,
Hmm.
you know, uh puffy. But you can take the small things from someone that you know as motivation, and
Hmm.
just take just this moment here of me speaking on how I taught myself how to cut hair, use that as motivation to be able to say, look, if this person taught himself how to cut hair, and I've been in a barbershop now consistently for 5 years now. Being a barber has taken care of my family, it's taken care of me, it's taken my daughter on trips. Um, and I'll be honest with you. I'm going into this is going to be my second year with Cold Pizza. So a lot of this barber money funds things with Cold Pizza. A lot of people think that, oh, because you put this I put this outfit out, or I put this shirt out, or whatever, that I'm just making this crazy amount of money off of Cold Pizza. No,
Hmm.
that's not how it works. I'm
Fact.
funding Cold Pizza off of my own money,
Hmm.
and these clippers is what does that. So And yes, I'm not as passionate about being a barber as I
Mm-hmm.
used to be, but I'm thankful for it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for me.
That's it, bro. That's it.
I'm like Snoop said, I want to thank me.
Me, yeah, that was a cold speech.
That was a phenomenal speech,
Yeah.
and I refer back to that often. I
Mm-hmm.
love Snoop, Master P. Nipsey
Mm-hmm.
is probably the most inspirational person to me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I miss him so much. I wish he was still here.
Yeah.
Um, but I refer back to that speech often because I want to thank me. If I
Yeah.
didn't get my ass up and say, "Hey, focus on your mental health, make yourself a better person, love you," I
Come on,
wouldn't be where I am
talk
right
that
now.
talk. Talk that talk. Man, that remind me, that journey remind me of me, cause like you said, DJing, that funds Larry Hott collection.
Mm,
Same thing. It's in the hindsight. The hands are so powerful. I use these hands to DJ. The hands are so powerful, and I'm a self
man.
talk, self talk.
Mm,
I'm a bro. Shout out to DJ Clint. He gave me the tools. He like go at it. And I went at it, and now it's like, man, bro, it's so cold. God's so cold, bro. Like I really don't even have to promote DJ. I got like a clientele of people that just,
bro, when have you seen me post a haircut?
yep, yeah. I really never. I honestly, bro, I never really seen you do
I don't.
it.
I
Yep,
don't. I haven't really consistently posted a haircut in
yeah,
over 2 years.
yep. And so that's why I say, man, when you got a gift, you tap into that gift, man, and you be intentional. Like you say, you could. I could go in these parties. I do mostly private events. I don't even like the club scene like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've peeped that too, and I
Yeah,
like that. I like that.
yeah, bro. I don't want to be around all them different type energies because it be too much going on. So
Mm,
I dummy that down like I'm done. But when you get to people, when people coming to you with testimonies, I'll be wanting to record it sometime and like, look, let's just look at this. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna relax. But when like, man, you the best I ever heard, man. You are a family DJ. It's like families, man. They
and
refer to
that's why I reached out to you for the event.
Yeah,
Because
right,
I like that you are a family DJ.
facts,
I'm gonna have kids at this fashion show and things
right.
like that,
And
so I need
speaking of
somebody
that,
like you.
we could go right into it. All
Yeah,
right, so
I like
this is
that. I
what we
like
doing.
that, man. Hey, and I'm so I appreciate you showing this because a lot of people don't understand everything that brought me to being able to even have this 1 year anniversary event. The dedication, the hours, the sacrifices that I've made just to be able to have something like this. It just shows, your ambition
Yeah,
for your brand and for your business.
facts.
Um, I haven't taken a vacation since Cold Pizza launched. It
Wow,
launched on October 29th, 2021.
wow.
I haven't taken a vacation. I don't go out often. Um, I've sacrificed a lot of different things.
Mm.
And behind the scenes, people don't know the losses that I've taken. You know, um, I I had to, I had to give up a lot to get where I am, and that's why I'm so indebted and so dedicated to Cold Pizza because I've sacrificed so much.
Hmm.
And I tell people all the time that I'm not going to stop until it gets to a point of. I used to say I'm not going to stop until I get rich, but I stopped saying that because I'm already rich. And what I mean by that is I'm rich
Hmm.
at heart. Um, And I used to say, "Oh, I'm not going to stop until Cold Pizza becomes successful," but it's already a success because I
Hmm.
taught my daughter how to be a business owner.
Come on, facts.
I showed my daughter something that I wasn't shown as a child. When I was a child, my mother and my uncles told me, "Go to school and get good grades. That's it.
Hmm.
Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less." I'm showing, I've shown my daughter that you can be a business owner yourself. So I feel that I'm rich at heart because I've motivated others, I've inspired others. So I'm already rich. I feel that Cold Pizza is already a success because I've shown my daughter something that I was never shown. So
Facts.
now I'm at the point where I just want to spread Cold Pizza to the rest of the world
Mm-hmm.
and just not stop until it's become what I want it to be.
Dope. Dope, bro. So man, what's okay, so give us the details on the event, man. Man, they see the flyer. Man.
Yeah,
Did you make this,
I'm
you made
dropping
this
a new
flyer?
flyer. What's that?
You made this flyer?
Oh no, man, the goat Ken Low Key,
Oh
man.
yeah, I was saying, it looked like one of the ghost flyers right there, bro. I'm like, you on this tutelage or something, man? What's going on?
That's Ken
Okay,
Low Key. But you know what? I have downloaded the program, and him
okay.
and my brother they teaching me some things. But that's we'll talk about that off air.
Right.
But uh, so yeah, this is the 1 year anniversary event. I had it planned for back in October when when it was the initial 1 year, but I couldn't lock down a venue, and that was another thing. I was down about that, and I was depressed about that, but I got myself back up. I pushed myself to still make sure that the event happens. I got Larry Hott as the DJ. What I'm saying, the best of the best. Um, um, my homie DT and his wife Bella, they have their own business called Taste Buds. They're going to be the professional chefs there. I have a young lady by the name of Erin that has a cooking shop, a cookie shop by the name of Tasting with Curves. She's going to provide the desserts, and then we're going to have a fashion show. The meal is going to be, that's going to be prepared for us. It's going to be delicious from Taste Buds. So, you can purchase tickets. It's only 60 seats available. I still have like 50 seats available right now. What I want to do at this event is create a environment and a scenery where couples can come out. And even if you don't have a date, you could just come out solo and enjoy the fashion show and see the merchandise that Cold Pizza is about to deliver, so that you can, potentially become a new customer, or if you are a customer that's already purchased from Cold Pizza, you're able to witness and experience what Cold Pizza has to deliver. But I just always like to have a positive environment and a place where people can come and enjoy themselves, and that's what we're gonna do. February 12th is from 4 to 6. You can purchase your tickets through messaging me, or you can email to coldpiecedesign8687 at gmail.com to purchase your tickets. They're $25, and it's going to be an amazing event.
Dope. Yes, it is, man. Like I say, I look like, man. I was like, oh man, bro reached out to. I was like, yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Congratulations, first of all, man.
Thanks. And
Cause
it's crazy because
mm,
the young lady Erin that has Cooking with Curves,
mm,
she just opened her business not too long ago, so that's why I wanted her to do the
mm,
desserts.
mm,
My brother DT and Bella, and my sister Bella, they're about to launch their business with Taste Buds, so I wanted to, and I mean,
mm.
you a big time, you Larry Hot, so
I'm a
you
small
know,
fry, man.
yeah. So I just wanted to have people a
Yeah,
part of this that I can help grow y'all name,
yeah.
um, and
Mhm.
it's people that I was gonna reach out to, but I wanted to put my people on
Yeah.
and have people that either are trying to get themselves established
Hmm.
or just want to continue to grow their name. I wanted to have a spotlight on y'all.
That's man. That's dope, bro. That's love. I know Aaron, man. I used to be a part of this entrepreneur. I want to say a group. It was called the Association Chicago. So I met her years
Mm.
ago. So she got some of the oatmeal raisins on deck, man.
And I've never had the chance to get any of her cookies or cakes or
Yeah.
anything. So I'm excited about that because
They off the chain, bro.
I just haven't had the chance to get around to her and
Yeah,
and even experience that. So it's gonna probably be my first time
yeah,
enjoying some of her desserts, her tasty desserts, as I've heard,
yeah,
along with others. So I'm
yeah.
excited about everything, bro.
That's what's up, bro, man. So y'all make sure, man, support brother Corey, man. Support Cold Pizza. It's $25. Come on, man. Y'all got it. And that's a
Man, and
bottle.
and and you know what? It's crazy because I
Mm-hmm.
actually like the fact that it's only 60 seats available
Mm-hmm.
because I want it to be something that's small and intimate. And I really want people there that has spent their last dollar to buy something from Cold Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
One of my homies, Lazaric,
Mm-hmm.
he always whatever I drop, he purchases it before it even comes out. I got people like him.
Mm-hmm.
I got another client named Curtis. I
Okay.
met him when I was getting some lunch at Olive Garden, and he was my server.
Oh
And
yeah.
he started coming in and get his hair cut from me. Every time he sit in the chair, he makes sure he buys something from Cold Pizza. I want those people there. And
Mm-hmm.
I want the people there that has supported Cold Pizza. And even if you haven't, of course, I still want you there, but I want it to be something small and intimate. And I want people to celebrate this brand that they love and that they've supported. A lot of my family has bought things from Cold Pizza. I want them there, and so I
Mm-hmm.
want them seats filled with people that's really genuinely there for Cold Pizza.
That's dope, man. Facts. Yeah, we gonna have a good time, man. I can tell you got a family vibe, nice, intimate, you know.
Yeah.
And man, much blessings to Cold Pizza, and man, continue your journey to success,
Same to
bro.
you, brother.
Yeah.
I remember when I first bumped into you at Tanice's pop up shop,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
I saw your brand there, man. I was
Yeah.
inspired, and I love the message that you have with it, and
Mm-hmm.
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
And of course, Moody always speak highly of you. So,
Yeah, that's the dope. Same with you.
blessings and congratulations to you and everything that you're doing, also, bro.
Man, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Man, so man, we had a good one, man. We went a nice minute. Okay, hour 40.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I could do like drink champs and I could go 3 hours, man. I love to talk, man.
we
You
about to
better
go
get me off
part
of here.
two, man. That's what's up.
You
Man,
better
so
get
man,
me off of here.
right. I know the IG and everything floating
Oh yeah,
the message, but man, give people
coldpizzaclick.com, man.
your
CLIQUE coldpizzaclick.com.
mhm.
Um my Facebook is Cold Pizza, and that pizza has an L in it instead of an I.
Mhm.
Same thing for Instagram is Cold_pizza with the L. And the Cold Pizza Instagram page is Cold_pizza_design. Same thing on Facebook. Follow all of those pages and really tap in. This is my love right here, man.
That's dope, man. Like I say, man, follow us, man. We know I love doing this podcast because it just showcased the dopeness in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We got a
Yeah.
lot of dope entrepreneurs, bro. I mean, I know Atlanta doing their thing. They the top black
I just wish
mega.
that we would come together more and
Yeah,
support each
that's
other
it.
and want to network and work together more with each other. But
Yep.
everybody doesn't have the same upbringing. Everybody doesn't have the same mentality. My mother
Mm-hmm.
taught me to be respectful of others, be kind to people, be generous. And
Mm-hmm.
that has created a mentality of working with others. Um, my mother had to have surgery on her arm at 7 o'clock this morning in
Oh wow.
Palos Hills.
Oh
I could
man.
be asleep right now because I had to be up at 5:30 this morning because I'm gonna be right there next to my mother while she's
Yeah.
having this surgery.
Yeah.
I could be asleep right now, but I wanted to get up and do this for you
Yeah.
because that's just how I am. That's just
Man,
what's in my
appreciate
heart.
that, man. Yeah.
And that's something that I didn't tell you. I didn't even speak
Yeah.
on it. I didn't even tell you
No, I
about it.
didn't even know. I would
And you
if you
didn't
would have
even
told me,
know.
I would have
I wasn't
rescheduled you,
even
bro.
I wasn't even going to say anything about it. But
Okay.
I brought it up now
Yeah.
just so that I could let you know
Yeah.
the extra mile that I go and I take for people and
Yeah.
the generosity that I have and the courtesy that I try to display for
Right.
people. We
Fact.
just need more people in the world like this.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. I appreciate you. Seriously. I would have showed rescheduled. Like, no, we ain't finna do that. But man, I appreciate you, bro.
Nah. And also too, it's just like what I said earlier. when before we press record. I have to get back into the swing of doing these podcasts.
Yeah.
But just like what I said about people that need to say, I need to quit this, I need to give up this relationship, I need to, go to therapy, you have to do it. I wasn't going to put this off or push it off or say, oh, I'm sleepy, I'm tired. No, get your ass up and do it and make it happen. And that's why I stuck to it. And, and that's why I'm sitting right here on this podcast.
Facts, dope. That's what I'm talking about. See, we need more individuals in the world like you. You know what I'm saying, man? So we definitely, man, gonna have a good time, man. February 12th.
Yeah. February 12th.
Man,
4308 Lincoln Highway. But you know what? But like I said too, you gotta purchase those tickets beforehand. It's not one of those, situations where you can just pull up and purchase a ticket at the door, because there's only 60 seats available and they are starting to fill up. And that's what I want, because I want people there that really wants to be there for the love of cold pizza. And love yourself, man.
Yeah, facts. And you know what? I don't think, he couldn't have closed it out no better than that. Love yourself.
I did that as a way to close it out.
I see yourself. You. Right. I see you.
Love yourself.
That's man. You know what, bro? That's a cold piece of design in itself, man. Love yourself.
Oh, I'm working on it.
That's
I'm working on something that has to do with self-love, man.
Dope, bro.
You gotta love yourself first.
Dope. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you again, brother, man. So
I appreciate you, man.
And all the people who tuned in, man, it's gonna be up. It's on YouTube. We got it on Facebook. Y'all gonna see some clips coming through, man. This brother dropped some gems today. I'm like, okay, bet. Yeah, we gonna do it. And y'all never know, it might be a part 2, man. I think it is gonna be a part 2.
Oh yeah, because I definitely got way more to say, man.
Right.
It's
facts.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, bro. We're gonna end it tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed. And man, I'll see y'all next time. It's not no weekly thing no more, so I'll just see y'all next time.
Yeah, next time. All right, man. Peace and love,
peace.
and y'all stay blessed. Love yourself.
Same to you, bro.